What is up, guys? My name is Moriel, and I'm bringing you the match reaction for the England versus Iceland match in the round 16 of the Euro 2016 Championships. The game's just finished. England are out of the cup. We lost 2-1 in what was arguably the worst performance I think we've ever fucking put in. Roy Hodgson needs to go immediately. We need to absolutely get rid of him. He has no clue how to manage the squad. Why we started Kane and Sterling, I have no clue. We should have left it with Rashford. We should have should have left Lallana on, started Jamie Vardy, and definitely given Rashford 85 more minutes than he actually played, because he did more in that 5 minutes that he played down that wing than the entire rest of the squad over the space of 90 minutes. Credit to Iceland, they played fantastic. They are a very, very strong side and a huge dark horse in this tournament. But they go on to France in the next round, where they'll possibly get knocked out by France. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion the form France are on, and that it's the French Cup as well. So it's probably going to be the exit for Iceland next week as well. But a great performance from Iceland, I think. Obviously, with Rooney getting the penalty a few minutes in, and then literally Sigthorsson getting the equaliser a matter of moments later, and then after that, Sigurdsson getting his hand to it, and Joe Hart completely letting that one slip through his fingers, quite literally slipped through his fingers. Um, I think from there on, Joe Hart made a few great saves. He was one of our better players in the second half. Definitely, scoreline would have been a hell of a lot worse off for England if Joe Hart hadn't have been in goal, or if we'd have had someone else in goal instead of Hart, or if he'd have just carried on being shit. But I think thankfully Joe Hart played a hell of a lot better in the second half, probably because he had a good old bollocking from Roy as to step up your game, lads, sort of thing. But I think Rooney played well. He had a couple of good chances. Um, but I want to talk about Harry Kane, because personally, as someone who watches a lot of football, I know firsthand how good Harry Kane is for Tottenham Hotspur. But what I don't understand is, after qualifying like we did last week against Wales, coming second, why didn't Roy then evaluate the performances of all the players that we started and that we have played, and say, right, based on the best possible team we can think of, let's field them against Iceland? And how did he decide to put Harry Kane on that team and leave him on fucking set pieces? It is annoying. Harry Kane should not be taking free kicks. You saw that free kick he took. He screwed it wide. I could have put a better ball into the box than that. And I'm fat and can't play football. But fucking, I don't know why we've got Harry Kane on the field. Excuse my language, but it really fucking annoys me why we even had Harry Kane on the pitch in the first place. We should have literally stuck, as I said earlier, stuck to our guns, the side we played against Wales, and put Jamie Vardy up front, put Adam Lallana on instead of Raheem Sterling, because Sterling's done nothing this match. Sturridge has been shit. We should have taken Sturridge, Kane, and Lallana off, not Lallana, Sturridge, Kane, and Sterling off at half time, and put on Vardy, Lallana, and Rashford. And I guarantee you now we would have probably have come back and equalised, and would have been an extra time as I sit recording this. But an absolutely shameful performance. I guess that's how you leave Europe twice in a week. We've left Europe already in the EU referendum, and now we've left the Europe again in the the European Championships. So all in all, it's how to Brexit 2, hashtag Brexit 2 on Twitter. Get that trending, and yeah, it's just a dreadful performance. If Roy Hodgson doesn't get sacked, I will be extremely disappointed with the FA, with Greg Dyke, for not actually saying to him, look, you played shit, your team was shit, go pack your bags and clear your desk and sod off, because we need someone who can actually adapt to our way of football. We saw firsthand how Iceland were good in their group with the long throw-in, and yet the long throw-in crippled us from the get-go. We had an extra 2 days over Iceland to prepare for our game. we had an extra 2 days to watch how Iceland play, watch the long throw-in, practice against it, and to generally get balls into the box. I thought we were very lackluster for the majority. The ball was dead. We weren't putting enough balls into the box. We weren't crossing enough. I thought we were very hesitant to have shots, and it's almost like we were afraid to shoot for some reason. Like there was no instinct of we need to score. Let's have a shot. You know, on a couple of occasions, I think I shouted at the screen a few times, um, with Sterling or with Rooney or Sturridge at not shooting, because they just decided to either pass it off or have a little sort of weak shot, and it got blocked by an Iceland defender, or it would go a mile wide, or I don't know. I'm lost for words, because that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen from England, and I've seen some pretty shit performances from England. Um, you know, supposedly we've not won a championship match since the World Cup 2006. Obviously, we went out in I think it was the semi-finals to Portugal in that one. So we have made it obviously through the groups into the quarterfinals, but we've not actually done anything since 2006 in a major championship. And what does that tell you? That just says that the only two players on the pitch during those performances were Rooney and Hart, and they were the best players on the pitch. And Hart had conceded the goal and was shocking himself anyway. But I think, as I say, Hart played a lot better in the second half. But I would have loved to have listened in to what Joe Hart and Roy Hodgson would have said to each other in the changing rooms at half time. Because I bet Roy absolutely tore him a new arse. I would have done if I was the manager. I would have told them to get their fingers out and just play a load of balls, don't lose possession, keep hold of the ball, don't give away any stupid damn throw-ins in their area, and first and foremost, keep hold of possession. If we keep possession, we create chances. We are a good side. We are a good side. We dominated Wales, we dominated Russia, and we dominated whoever else. I can't remember who else we had in our group now. Slovakia, I think it was. But you know, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm pissed off. I'm red. I'm flustered. I'm fucked off. And yeah, a dreadful performance. As I say, once again, England won, Iceland 2. Iceland go on to the next the quarterfinals to play France, and possibly that's it for Iceland as well now, because the form that France are on, I can see France winning the thing. France Italy in the final, or France Germany in the final. But I think obviously with Italy beating Spain early, that was a shock. I fully expected Spain to win that one, but obviously Italy with a better side on the day. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here for now, guys, because I've gone on a few minutes longer than I probably should have on a quick little vlog like this. But I'm going to be bringing out a new vlog later on this week, a Game of Thrones Season 6 review. For those of you that haven't watched Game of Thrones this week, it gives you a chance to catch it up. But that's going to explain everything in depth about who's died, who hasn't, my predictions for Season 7, because I'm highly into Game of Thrones. If some of you may follow me on Twitter, you'll have seen that I am highly aware of everything. I'm a huge book reader, huge fan of Game of Thrones. So if you do follow me on Twitter and you do have me on Discord, the links to all of that will be down in the description anyway. Stay tuned for that video. That's coming later on this week. And I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to leave a like. You seem to enjoy watching these videos. They get a hell of a lot more than the rest of my vlogs. So there's obviously a few football fans out there that do like watching my videos. So if you do like my video, please be sure to leave a like. It really means a lot to me. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, peace.